Beverly Mascoll was born Beverly Ash, October 29, 1941, in Fall River, Nova Scotia, a small town just outside of Halifax. Her parents, Arthur and Gwendolyn Ash, raised their children in Fall River. Bev was the only girl. Growing up in the Ash household, Beverly drew on the influence of her grandmother, Martha Ash. Bev often credited her grandmother for teaching her many of the valuable lessons that she referred to later on in life. In the early 1950s, Arthur and Gwen moved the family west to Toronto. After graduating from high school, Bev wasted no time and entered the workforce.
She was a young lady just out of school, and she came in. We had an ad in the paper. My sister, Cecile, had a bit of a car accident, and we were looking for someone to work with her. Had an ad in the paper. The young lady came in looking for a position. We had a job. She did pricing. She worked at the counter. She did whatever was necessary. Beverly was not lazy. Beverly was willing to go out and do what you had to do. And the rest is history.
In 1964, Beverly Ash married a fellow Nova Scotian, Emerson Mascoll, who also moved up to Toronto. In 1970, they had a son, Eldon. 1970 was a special year for Bev. In addition to the birth of her son, she also started Mascoll Beauty Supply. Bev flew to Chicago and convinced Johnson Products, at the time the largest manufacturer of black beauty products, to make her their Canadian distributor.
I had a new business and a new baby, and that was really tough going because I'd set the baby on the front seat of my car and have my products in the back, and I would have the baby on one hand and products in the other. Kind of crazy when I look back on it now.
She knew she was filling a void, and then things started just picking up and going along because there were no black hair products or makeup for women of color.
As the company grew, Bev's prominence as a dynamic entrepreneur took flight. Along with the educational beauty seminars and fashion and hair shows, Bev recognized the other needs in the community.
On behalf of my community, I am singularly honored to receive this Women of Distinction Award. Thank you.
Finally tonight, a woman named Beverly Mascoll is enjoying some stylish success. She's given her beauty products company a complete makeover, taking it from the trunk of her car to a multi-million-dollar operation. But she's more than a prominent businesswoman. She's a role model to many in the black community.
Throughout her life, Bev never took her success for granted. She truly believed in helping others. Her community involvement ran parallel to her accomplishments in the business world, from raising funds for hurricane victims in Jamaica to helping children afflicted with sickle cell anemia. Bev was very active in the community. She established the Beverly Mascoll Community Foundation to assist youth, women, and minorities.
What was clear to me is although she established a reputation as a very successful entrepreneurial businesswoman, which was important, she viewed it in a larger light that you give back.
I measure success in the flexibility of being able to help someone, of being able to make a difference in someone else's life. That's really important to me.
One of Bev's proudest moments came in 1993 when she was invited back to Fall River, Nova Scotia, where a school was being named in honor of 3 influential Fall River women. The Ash Lee Jefferson School carried the Ash name in honor of Bev's grandmother, Martha Ash. In 1998, Bev became a member of the Order of Canada, Canada's highest achievement. In 1999, Bev was honored with a Doctor of Laws from Ryerson Polytechnic University.
All the rights and privileges attendant thereon to Beverly Mascoll.
Even though she had an honorary doctorate and was a member of the Order of Canada, Bev pursued her dream and received her Bachelor of Arts in Women's Studies from York University in June 2000. A trailblazer in Canadian business, a community leader, and a devoted wife and mother, Beverly Mascoll was more than a success story. She left a legacy that will not be forgotten.
Well, I've watched her numerous times. People would come to her because people always felt comfortable coming to her, telling her what was going on and how different problems they had, and she always listened and was very involved in trying to help people and whatnot. That was always part of her character.
We miss her. She was a great lady, fantastic person. I'm sure she was a great mother, good wife, and she was called a little too young, very too soon.
People who are heroes and heroines in a lifetime. Bev was one of those.